Around here, we're not just talking about weight loss. We're talking about real healing, real growth, and doing it with God at the center. I really believe that today's message might just set you free. Because if your hunger signals have been confusing, overwhelming, or even lying to you, you are not broken. You are not crazy. You are not out of control. Your dashboard is just loud right now. Let's break this down a little bit further. My body has not always been telling me the truth because for years I was just confused trying to figure things out. Sometimes I felt like I could eat everything in sight. Other times I had to try to remember to eat, going so far as skipping meals. I thought that there was something wrong with me. Was it my willpower? Was it my metabolism? No, it was my dashboard. My hunger wasn't the truth. It was just noise because of years of restricting calories, years of eating out of my emotions, years of being in survival mode. It scrambled my signals. Nobody ever taught me how to read them in the first place. Is not hunger. I had to realize that hunger is a signal, not a command. Hunger is not something that I have to immediately obey. If you've ever been through some type of trauma or patterns, dieting, overeating, even emotional stress. If you've taken a GLP-1 medication, your signals are going to be confused. And I want you to know that that is not your fault. But healing is learning how to drive again with wisdom versus driving out of fear. Here's how I want you to picture this. I want you to picture your metabolism as your car's engine. It's what keeps you moving. Hunger is the gas warning light. The body is saying to you, we are running low. It is time to refuel soon. Your appetite is your ignition. It is the desire to start driving whether or not you truly need to or just because you're restless. Fuel is your food, is the gas. It matters the quality of food that you put in if you want a smooth ride. Cravings are like that check engine light. Flickering, sometimes it's a true issue that's going to cost a lot of money. Sometimes it's just emotional static. You left your gas gauge open. Food noise is all the dashboard distractions, beeping seatbelt signs, flashing alerts, the radio blasting, all the stuff that makes it hard to focus while you're on the journey of driving. You are the driver. You don't have to pull over just because a light is blinking. You don't have to slam on the brakes just because a bell dings. You get to lead. You get to assess. You get to drive your body with wisdom. You get to pick. Here's why your signals might be all over the place. If you've been dieting your whole life, that's chronic dieting. If you have been an eater, survival mode, so trauma responses, comfort as a way to be able to deal with the stress. If you've taken a GLP-1 medication, it suppresses your natural hunger. Blood sugar spikes and or crashes, not really knowing what food you need to put in your body in order to avoid these spikes and crashes. Sleep deprivation. Whenever you are not getting enough sleep, your body is not going through all of the healing modes that you naturally would go through when you're sleeping, and it's not getting a chance to repair itself. And so you're not feeling rested, you're not feeling rejuvenated, and thus your signals are going to be out of whack. Your car is not broken. Your dashboard just needs to be reset, and we can rebuild it. Now, here is how I am learning to drive differently. I fuel my body at regular times, not just when I'm starving. I prioritize my protein and I make sure I hydrate early in the day so that I can function. I pay attention to my energy. I pay attention to my focus. I pay attention to my mood, not just my stomach growling. I pause and ask myself, is this real hunger or is this dashboard noise? I honor my cravings with curiosity. No more shame, no more just blind obedience. I'm not a bad person. I'm learning how to lead my body well. It's not about controlling the car with fear. It's about driving with wisdom and trust. I used to think that being hungry meant progress. When I was miserable, that I must be doing something right. The weight was going to come off. But now I know better. Cravings are no longer crisis. Noise isn't the truth. It is all just signals, and signals, they need structure. If your hunger feels confusing, if your cravings feel louder than your common sense, If your body feels like it's sending a million messages, you're feeling all over the place, you are not broken. You are not out of control. You are just learning how to drive again. And you don't have to respond to every single flashing light on the dashboard. You need a rhythm of health, you need wisdom, and you need structure. If you miss part 4, go back and catch it. And don't miss part 6, where I'm showing you exactly how I fuel my body without fear and without chaos. We are rebuilding trust here, mile by mile, meal by meal, signal by signal. I'll see you in the next one.